Yep, yo, welcome to the Ice Palace. Welcome to the Ice Palace. The Ice Palace, Ice Palace. Ice Palace, Bill's house. Tampa, stand up. Yo, welcome to the Ice Palace, chilling where the storm's at. Phil dropped the blueprint, boom, now the bolts flash. Bradley with the wrist shot, Pooper with the pad smash. Tampa got the thunder, better run when the lights crash.
Hey, Ice Palace, yeah, we keep it all cold. 92 roots, now the whole squad gold. Lightning in the building, legends never fold. Blue boat strike hard, watch the story unfold.
Phil Esposito walking in like a boss, selling ice in the heat. They thought he lost, but he flipped that swamp, froze it like a chain, turned palm trees into hockey fame. Bradley snipe goals, crowd go boom. Sisterelli get gritty in the locker room. I'm a lick first pick, young kid can't quit. Grattan throwing hip checks harder than the drum kit. Pooper on fire, pad stump like bass. Expo hard, rocking every seat in the place. We came from tents, from sweat, from grind. 92, baby.
Yeah, we built this mine.
Yo, welcome to the Ice Palace where the big dogs skate. Phil built the kingdom, now we dominate. Bradley with the sauce, Pooper shut the gates. Boats on attack, too fast, too great.
Hey, hey, Ice Palace, yeah, we keep it all cold. 92 roots, now the whole squad gold. Lightning in the building, legends never fold. Blue boat strike hard, watch the story unfold. Now fast forward, yo, the future's in stride. Angel with the slapper like, move to the side.
Pooch in the slot with the no-look dish. Make a goalie lose sleep, make a defense wish. Braden point bullet, skating like a blur. Headman crash walls, thunder when you hear him stir. Vasilevsky masked up, beast in the dome. Kicks out pucks like he's throwing stones, cones home. Now the old school meets the champions here. Ghosts in the rafters, players we revere. Phil's voice echoes like a hype man shout.
Feelings gon' never tap out.
Hey, Ice Palace rockin', better brace for the shake.
Welcome to We the Thunder. My name is Robert Shoot. My close friends and fellow hockey fans call me Shooter.
Happy New Year's, you bums!
And with me is Mr. Thomas Schooley. Pretty sure I'm the only one that calls him the professor. This is the sound effect for our New Year's Eve show you missed. For you.
New Year's Eve. The countdown descends. Bell rings. But who'll kiss me?
Did you get your New Year's Eve kiss, Thomas Schooley?
No, I was with my nieces and my sister, so that would be a negative.
I hope not.
Well, my great niece gave me a kiss goodbye. My 3-year-old great niece.
What's up, everyone? Hey, Stephanie. Let's get this show started. Happy New Year, everyone. We've got some great guests for you tonight, starting with somebody who is one of the OG guests on this show. Came on when we first started, so we owe a lot to him. I think he came on before when you came on as a guest, Schooley, before you even came on as a guest. So he's been on several times. He knows what he's getting into here. And we got about 20, 25 minutes with him to talk Bolts hockey. You know him as, well, I don't know. What do you call Greg Wolf? Just spilled the beans.
Wolfie.
Wolfie. A lot of people call him third leg Greg. I call him the Wolf of Water Street, baby. Bring him on.
Yes, sir.
Wolf.
I got the wolf right here, boys.
There it is. That's awesome. I tell you what, we got to discuss this first.
Okay.
When is the next Greg Wolf garage sale? Because that's the event of the year that I need to get to.
So that's a great question. I'm sure my wife would love to know when that day is going to happen so we can clean out the closet, because it is getting absolutely ridiculous. I think more so the hats. There's so many hats in there. It's getting out of control. I got rid of a lot of my gear when we switched from Reebok to Adidas because, can't really rock the Reebok stuff anymore when we were a sponsored team by Adidas. So then when we went from Adidas to Fanatics, that kind of changed the game a little bit, because Fanatics doesn't offer shoe apparel at all. So it's kind of just the apparel company. So that allowed us to kind of rock whatever we want. So haven't gotten rid of a ton of my stuff yet, but there will be a purging at some point, because I do not have any room left in the closet for anything. Literally jackets, sweatshirts, long sleeves. I mean, it's getting out of control. And I literally have gotten a lot of got rid of a lot of stuff already. So I will let you guys know when that day happens.
All right, we're there.
You know, it's funny that Shooter brought that up because I was listening to the Mike O radio show last weekend, um, and DJ Eakin was on, or just Eakin now, who's now the in-game host for the Tampa Bay Bucks, and he's talking about how he has like one Buccaneer shirt, and just got a second Buccaneer shirt, and the team doesn't give him or anything. And Mike O was like, "You need to talk to Greg Wolf. He's got everything." And he's like, there's not a jersey, there's not a shirt, there's not a hat that Greg Wolf does not have. He's like, you need to contact him and find out what he's doing with the Lightning and get that with the Buccaneers. And that's what this Mike O was talking about, all your gear to Eakin there on the radio.
19 years, I've got 19 years under my belt where Eakin's got, 3 or 4. So he's got a few years to catch up. That's for sure.
You got to earn it. You got to earn that.
Earn the gear, man.
So the reason why we got so many smiles on the screen today is, well, one of the reasons is we're in the midst of an 8-game winning streak. I know all 3 of us on the screen were at the game last night. What a freaking game. So I've been keeping track of like great moments this season.
Okay.
And that game was definitely on that list. I mean,
100%.
Hagel's goal. No, nothing better. That goal right there, I thought was probably one of the goals of the year. Hagel's goal, I thought, really propelled that team, really turned them into another level after he did that, and then just what he did after. And even in his interview afterwards, they said, say one word that describes this team, and he said, winning.
Right.
So, yeah.
Remember what Hagel said when the season started, and then, we didn't have such a great start, and then he said, we're going to look back, at the start of the season, and we're going to laugh about it. And who's laughing now? So,
yeah.
Well, there was an interesting comment from Cooper actually about Jurgensen, because I mean he had a fantastic game. I'm so glad they gave him at least the 3rd star in that game, because he really earned it in that game. Just not only scoring but defensively, all around his play has been amazing this season. And he pointed out what a lot of us forgot.
Right.
He started on IR.
Right.
So. I mean, he might be a big piece of this, and I know everyone's talking about that new 3rd line now.
Right,
Holmberg, Gore,
the backpack line, yeah.
And man, they are unbelievable. But when he said that, I was like, you know what? He's right. He got knocked out by a Florida Panther. Surprise. Right. But he was a missing piece at the beginning of the season, and man, he's played really well. And it's just so crazy how this team has played without McDonough and Hedman and these guys that are stepping up. Like, what do you even say to that, Greg? To me, it's I don't get it. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. It shouldn't be happening.
You're right. I think on the surface, you're right, because you've got Hall of Famers who are not currently playing, and you cannot discredit what Hedman and what McDonough bring to the ice, and the presence and the leadership and the skill set and everything else that they bring to that blue line. And now you've got the younger guys who have stepped up in those roles, and obviously unproven when the season started. And they have filled in tremendously well. And I think, again, that's a tribute to the system that we have down in Syracuse. We've had so many of these guys on the block party, and they've all said the same thing. Like, you are prepared when you get called up, because the systems that we have in place in Syracuse are pretty much mirroring exactly the system and the philosophies that we have up here in Tampa. So these guys are already familiar with these schemes, with these sets, with these lines. Like, they know, they've watched tape, they've practiced, and again, they come up here, they're prepared. And we've asked Julian this on the podcast many times as to a realistic goal in a GM's mind as to when a season starts, as to when you expect there to be full continuity with your players. And he said by the middle of November, and spot on, pretty much right about that time is when things kind of started clicking. And here we are now at the beginning of 2026 on an 8-game win streak, and these young defensive guys, and not even the young guys, but like you said, the Holmbergs, the Gergensons, obviously JJ Moser has the best plus minus in the NHL right now. I think he's a plus 30 and McCarr's or 32 and McCarr's a 30. So like, it is unprecedented for us as fans to know that we have a crew of guys, the younger guys that are filling in the mold of the veterans, the Hall of Famers, and they're not missing a beat. And I think that is the biggest eye opener for us, is because we thought the world was going to crumble when we had our entire defensive core go down. In Lilleberg, I think people are forgetting what Emil brought to the table too before he got hurt, and his level of play was also on the uptick as well. So what's going to happen when all these guys come back healthy? Like that's a tough decision for the coaching staff to have to. And did we forget about Mitchell Chafee and Connor and Geeky that are down in Syracuse, absolutely destroying it right now? There's no room for them here. So we are a very deep team. And I think you're seeing that now come to fruition. Obviously, we have a long road trip coming up. We've got the Olympic break coming up, and kudos to our team with 13 individuals representing at the Olympics and our coaching staff. I mean, I know Tate's going to talk about that a little bit later, but it's impressive as to what we're seeing right now, to where the season started to where it is now. So let's just, keep these grinders going. Like you said, we beat the best team in the NHL last night in convincing fashion. I mean, we shut them down. You could see the frustration on them because they had no room in the neutral zone. The boys were clicking. The defense was on it. It was a physical game. I would say, that was a preview of potentially a Stanley Cup playoff matchup right there.
Felt
just
like
to put that out there. If both teams are clicking like this the rest of the season, these are the two you're going to see in the Stanley Cup this year.
And Gary Bettman in the building.
And Gary Bettman in the building.
You had the
entire NHL was
there.
in the building last night because they're all here for meetings.
Yep, you had the new owners there.
Yeah,
I saw them. I saw them out front yesterday before the game.
Yep.
It was pretty big wigs up there last night. So it was a great show of the two number one teams in the conferences going, and only the fourth loss in regulation for the.
Can we talk about that real quick? Can we talk about that? Because everybody, and I've heard it, oh my God, they only have 2 regulation losses. They only have 3 regulation losses. Okay, well, they have 7 overtime losses. Okay, those are still L's. Last time I checked, if you lose in overtime, yes, you get a point. But at the end of the day on the stat sheet, you have an L. So you had 10 to 12 whatever losses on your, yes, it's 3 regulation. Who cares? You couldn't get it done in overtime. So why does everybody push that to the side like it means nothing? I get it. You're a good team and you have a lot more wins than you have losses, but do not discredit those overtime losses as well. And so now I think
there's a record for everything. I mean, Duke had a record yesterday for having this many this and this many this and this and this, and it was like 5 different. It felt like you were doing a parlay on the Hard Rock app for Duke last night, and it was crazy. Some of these stats that they come with. Is it easier to do your job, as in hyping when we're winning, than it is when we're losing? I mean, we never hear it in your voice. You're always like happy. Sometimes I want to be like, just shut the fuck up, because we're like down 3 goals, and you're like, let's get going, and I'm like, no. And then,
I know.
And then I got someone from the Blue Crew standing next to me waving the flag, and I'm like, just want to kick them off the pole.
I know.
Because I'm like, no.
It's part of the gig, though, man. Like that's what we signed up for. Win, lose, or draw, we have to bring that same energy. Our fans expect it. If our fans are down, sometimes we're the energy that gets them back up. You never know. That energy could drive them on the ice. The guys get fired up. They get a goal, and next thing you know, you're right back in the game. You never say never. We've seen plenty of games where you're up by 3 goals, you blink, and all of a sudden you're like, oh crap, we're only up by 1 goal now, and then things fall apart. I mean, so in hockey more so, I think, than any other sport, things can change on a dime. So, you're in it till the final whistle. I mean, it's part of the job, man.
Yeah. Another thing last night that just made it such a cool game was we had the tribute. So Cooper hit his 1,000th game in Anaheim. You got me with the trivia last night. I look at Carly, I'm like, it's Cooch. I'm thinking tonight's the 1,000th game.
I know the killer one. So for the fans that weren't at the game last night, the Thunder trivia was which Lightning player was in Coop's first game and also played in his 1,000th game, which I think it was almost a trick question because if the choices were Kucherov, Killorn, and Pointer. And so at first you're thinking Cooch, right? But then the
Cooch
trick
came
was
in game 6, I believe.
Right. It's the trick was Killorn, even though he wasn't on our bench, he was still in the game. So it was Alex Killorn. They showed a video of Coop on that first game, how young he looked. He had the hair he had, and all there was no gray hair. And just seeing Killorn sitting in front of him, yeah, you're like, damn, Alex Killorn's been playing that long. But yeah, he has. He really has.
Yeah. I posted a picture because it was Cooch's, what is it, 8th straight multi-point game or something like that.
He has over 300 something now in his career, which I think he's only like 6 or 7 behind Stammer. So he's going to far shatter that, and just he's going to set that bar so high. I don't know who's going to ever catch that one.
Yeah, he's going to end up with the most points in Lightning history sooner than we think. But going back to Coop, like, do you remember the first time like you talked to him or you ran into him? Like, I mean, I don't know about Schooley, but like we've been lucky enough to be at his post game press conference and kind of see him in action in person. But like you might have a couple different interactions with him, you know, being 1,000 games old now.
Excuse me.
But is there anything, you know, do you remember the first time you talked to him or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, again, Coop and I, you know, we haven't had a whole ton of interaction over the years. Typically, when we do, it's at Lightning events. Obviously, Coop's Catch for Kids. You know, the block party. He's been on the block party. But again, there's not a whole lot of time for when my world, you know, crosses over with Coop's world. And before I started doing the block party, there wasn't a whole lot of real interaction between myself and the players because, again, my day starts when they're already at the rink and I have a job to do and I'm in the stands doing what I do. So, and then when I'm on the doing intermissions, they're in the locker room. So there was never a whole lot of crossing of paths, if you will, until the block party stuff started happening. And I think Coop and the coaching staff, obviously, they pay attention to the block party and they talk to each other and they all, you know, razz each other and chirp each other for stuff that they've seen or watched or heard. So for me, the real true interaction started a few years ago. But Coop is just, he's one of the most realist people you'll ever meet. I guess that's the best word I could use to describe him, is a realist. And he just knows how to connect with people. Obviously, we've seen that, how he connects with his players, but how he connects with the community. Obviously, we saw the Trippy tribute last night, which there wasn't a dry eye in the house. And how could you? Because we know how impactful his organization is, and you know, kids dealing with cancer and things of that nature. So, you know, I wish I have had a lot more interactions with Coop. But you know, again, I don't have a ton of Coop stories. I think the best time I had with him was at the block party, Schooley, when he was buying out the bar and
bought everybody a drink
multiple times.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as he came, he bought the bar, he bought everybody drinks, and then he's like, "What are we doing? Can we buy another round?" And he bought everybody more drinks. So that's just the kind of dude he is. People did ask, and I'll
by the way, no better host of the block party than you and Kobe. I mean, you guys have took it way higher than it ever was under Seth, under who else has done it? Who else did it besides?
Well, it all started with Girardi, the block party.
Right. Girardi was funny, but that's what you got Coburn for, because you got that hockey, you know, that can tell you little things. But then there's someone that comes in there, who is like a fan and an outsider looking in, where you get that in there. And so the block party, it's got to have the highest ratings since its inception.
We get to see, we kind of get a preview of some of the numbers. Again, we review at the end of the season, like which episodes, you know, had the biggest draw, you know, had the most views, you know, what kind of traction we're getting. It was kind of cool last season to see on the social media. There were some certain accounts that were out there pushing what are the best podcasts or what are the best content programming across the NHL, and a lot of our programs from the Distant Thunder series, the Recharge, but the Block Party was up there as one of the top podcasts across the league, because believe it or not, there's not a whole lot of teams that are doing the production value that we are. I mean, some of them are just sitting in a room, whatever, but the fact that we have a set, the fact that we have a full Lightning Vision crew, they're editing, and now you see the snippets that they're putting out. You know, we're integrating some video clips of things that are happening, like when when Dominic got hit in the face with the puck, they went and edited him, in that instance, talking about the whole situation. So the production value has gone up as well. So I think the dynamic between myself and Kobe, and it's taken a few seasons for us to kind of figure it out between each other and the continuity and, the things that he brings to the table and the questions that I bring. Like you said, I'm trying to come at it from your guys' perspective. What do we want to know as fans? And Kobe's bringing the insight as a player and things that I would never think about or questions that I would never come up with. And I think, like you said, that's why the dynamic works, is because you're getting both sides of it. And it's coming across as such, and the players are enjoying it. Like I said, they talk to each other, the coaches. We've had GMs. We have some big guests planned for this season that I can't give away, and I never do. I try not to. I will say this for the fans that are watching: we will have another live show this month, very soon, in the next few weeks, and we might actually have a bonus live show this month as well, because again, we have a weird schedule, right? We've got couple weeks off where the boys are on the road this week or this month where, they're not here. And then the Olympic break, and that changes rules with the NHLPA and what access you can have. And so it's going to be tricky getting to March, but then obviously March, April, and hopefully through the playoffs, we'll continue them. But again, we get cut off at a certain point where we get access to players because they're in that mode. So, but yeah, I mean, I think my favorite Coop, again, going back, my favorite interaction with him was the block party and just how relaxed and down to earth he was. That episode took a while for it to come out because there was a segment that Coop was talking about, and it was about, the TNT guys. And if you remember, he was awarded Mr. TNT last year, and it was right around that time. And I don't think Coop, again, he was just relaxed, hanging out, chilling, telling stories. And I think he felt that one of the stories that he had told may have painted some of the guys in a bad, negative light, which I don't think it was like that at all. But I think he was overthinking it, knowing that he was about to get the Mr. TNT award. And I don't think he wanted to put any blemish or anything on that situation. So he asked us to kind of edit that one segment out to not, cause any sort of ruckus or anything. So the guys had to go back and take that one segment out. So it didn't. So other than that, that's why that episode took so long to come out. I know fans were asking, where's the Coop episode? Where's the Coop episode? And they finally reposted it. So, but again, getting to see him in that environment and how he was with our fan base and just how open and candid he was, I think it was a testament to really who he is.
In this
Declan
week,
Carlisle episode out today.
Yeah.
Only
6'7",
fun fact you find of that. Yes, the fun fact you find out of that one is only 2 Declans in the NHL.
Isn't that crazy? You would think there were even Kobe thought he was like, there's got to be 6, and Declan's like, there's got to be 8. Right? No, there's only been 2 Declans to ever play in the NHL, and he is one of only 2. Both are current players in the NHL. Other Declan plays for the Caps. So. Crazy stat, which he didn't even know, which is also fun about the block parties. We kind of get to delve in and get some of these tidbits out, which my favorite story of all time on the block party was the Franjean story about crapping his pants during the game. And oh my God, that was the best story ever told on the block party by far.
Now, what about this little hockey game we've got coming up here at the beginning of February? From what I understand, we don't have Greg Wolf as the in-house DJ or MC host.
Yeah.
So does that mean you actually get to watch and enjoy a game?
Don't know yet. I will be, for the guys that are and gals that are watching, I will be hosting the Fan Fest, which again is in the south parking lot at Raymond James Stadium, right south there of Bucks Beach, which will be the huge pre-game festivities, if you will. I've hosted multiple stadium series, winter classics, all-star weekends, heritage classic, and the pre-game Fan Fest is just almost as big of a deal because you're going to get a national recording artist that you will get to watch for free. All the sponsor activations, all the entertainment zones. I mean, it is a really cool place to party and hang out before the game. So I will be hosting all of those festivities pretty much from 1 o'clock until 6 o'clock. And then the plan, as far as I know, is for Kobe and I to have a block party set somewhere at that stadium because the amount of, content athletes celebrities, local celebrities, national media. It's going to be a who's who. And so why not take that opportunity if I'm not hosting the game itself to do stuff for the block party and get all sorts of content. So that's the plan right now. Again, I haven't talked to the Lightning Vision crew, the Bolts Radio crew just yet, but those were conversations that we're having. So we'll see if that takes place or not. So if it does, then obviously I'll be working and trying to take in as much of the game as I can in between all of that stuff. But that's kind of what's up in the air right now.
It's going to be like Radio Row at the Super Bowl there, where you just
kind of right. You go right from here and you come to us. 100%. Why not? This is a once in a lifetime opportunity for us. We don't know if we're ever going to get this again. So we need to take full advantage of it while we can.
And for those that went to Nashville, it's that same setup. Greg, you were inside, obviously doing the hosting duties, but outside Nissan Stadium, they had the sandcastle and they had all the sponsors. They were giving away the hot hands, and they did all those photo ops and everything.
Yes.
That's what it's going to be like at
Correct.
Raymond James there.
Correct. And that'll be pretty much, I think, from 1 o'clock till 6 o'clock on February 1st. So I will be out there partying with all you guys, getting you guys fired up. There will be, they have multiple bands. We have one of our Street Lace DJs will be out there. We've got stilt walkers. We've got all sorts of stuff that we've been working with the NHL on to try to enhance that fan experience, which is awesome that they're coming here locally and using us here locally. But I don't want to give too much of it away. And speaking of giving it away, as I know I told you guys before, as you guys know, a couple weeks ago, before when the season started, I got a package from NHL and Fanatics, which was a Lightning jersey, which I gave away on my socials and customized it for our gentleman who's actually up in the Carolinas, which was awesome, so that the Distant Thunder continues. So he won it. So the crew at NHL and the Fanatics have sent your boy another jersey. Thank you to NHL and Fanatics, which obviously I don't need to open it. You guys know what's in it. So obviously, since I already have one that the Tampa Bay Lightning gave me, so I will be giving away this one as well on my socials. I will probably start that giveaway sometime at the end of this week into next week and give it away well before the Stadium Series so that you guys can represent. So this will be
not on Facebook.
Not on Facebook, because
Stephanie's got the question for you below. So try to win the jersey, but don't go on Greg's Facebook account.
Yeah, unbelievable. You guys have no idea. If anybody that's watching this knows anybody that works at Meta or Facebook, I will just be very brief with what's happened. And I think it's getting to the point of fraud. I've reached out to Better Call Banking on WFLA because technically if I'm paying for a service, I'm a Meta verified service subscriber and my two accounts are linked and I'm paying for that and you're denying me the access to my Facebook account, that means it's fraud. I'm paying for a service, you're denying me. So long story short, my mom told me that my date of birth was incorrect on Facebook. And I was like, what are you talking about? She says, it's saying on New Year's Day, it's your birthday. I'm like, that's not right. So I go into my account. Sure enough, it has my date of birth as 1/1/2000. Why it said that, I have no idea. So what do? I go to change it. It says, oh, we need a copy of your ID to know that this is actually your birthday. No problem. Upload my ID. I immediately get locked out. They say you have a hacked account and now we have to go through multi-factor authentication to see if it's you. No problem. I've already set this up. So they send me a text. It says, how would you like to confirm who you are? No problem. You have the options of cell phone, email, WhatsApp, upload your ID, facial recognition scan. I did all of them. None of them worked. So the only customer service that you can get to is not through Facebook. It's through Meta. And the only way you can get through that is through Instagram. And guess what? That's only for Meta subscribers who pay for the service. So I went on Meta today. I got a customer service person on the phone or on the horn. They looked into it and they basically denied me and said, we can't prove that this is you. So we're not going to give you access to your account. I said, what?
Because you lost all that weight.
This
your facial recognition didn't go. This is why I won't lose any more weight.
And they think you're 20.
It might be. I didn't even think about that, Schooley. But here's the message that they sent to me, and I'll read it to you. Thank you for your patience in waiting. As per looking into your request, we are unable to establish account ownership because there is no connection between your account and the account in question. We therefore are unable to grant you access to this account. How is that possible, Meta, when I'm on Instagram and they are connected to my Facebook page? You're telling me that there's no connection? You're lying. I have proof. I am Meta. Anyway, so if anybody knows anybody at Meta, I've actually had to use the Lightning social team because they do have a contact, but they said could take weeks. But I did have the Lightning on my behalf, send it to Meta, because I think if it's coming from an organization like the NHL, maybe that'll help move things. So yes, this giveaway will not be happening on Facebook. It'll be Twitter and Instagram, because that's all I have access to right now. So
Greg
dumb.
Wolf doesn't have time for this BS.
I do not. Meta.
All right. I want to get you out of here soon, but first, let's have a little fun. You are always playing games with us Lightning fans at the arena, right? By the way, one of the worst guests you've ever had on was one of my best friends. A guy named Ty. I don't know if you remember this. I think this was last year, actually.
Okay.
He must have been drunk.
It was last year.
I couldn't hear because I'm still on the patio watching the second period. And I see him on the screen, but I guess like he couldn't hear the question or something. And I'm like, wait, how do you not hear the question?
Yeah, it's pretty loud, bro. What was the contest? Was it a trivia?
It was just a trivia. And like he couldn't answer the question. Like it was the weirdest thing. And I was like, how do you screw up answering a trivia question?
It happens, bro.
It was horrible. It was horrible.
Remember that.
He's a grown man. Hopefully he's watching. He'll
right. I don't remember
it wasn't you, Greg. Trust me.
All right. I don't remember it.
This is the same guy that was co-hosting one time and threw his laptop because he got mad at us.
Okay. All good. No worries.
All right.
All right, here we go.
I've seen this game before on the interwebs, and basically what I give you is a small slice of an NHL logo. Greg, you see them all. You see them all every season.
Yep.
Thomas Schooley, you know all these teams. These are the main logos for the team. So I'm going to give you a sample first.
Oh, boy.
You guys should be able to get this one.
All right.
We know what team that is, right?
Lightning.
That's the Lightning.
Thank you. All right. You got to get that one. I mean, this might be tough. I don't know how this is going to go, like most shooter games are. All right. So I'm going to, since we don't have a Family Feud style buzzer.
Okay.
I'm going to let Greg go first, and then Schooley, you can steal, and then you'll get the next question. So Greg, you're going to get this one.
That is the Golden Knights.
Yeah.
Bingo, bango, bongo. Wait, I have sound effects for stuff like this.
There we go.
All right. So 1 point for you.
We're playing Sparkle all of a sudden with Calta.
Fair enough.
Same one. All right. Schooley, your turn here.
All right, Schooley.
I had to go back. Black.
Look at this.
Wow.
Listen. I'm just going down the line here. Greg will have a chance to steal if you can't get it, but that is a piece of a logo for an NHL.
Minnesota Wild.
Greg Wolf for the steal.
This one's tough, man. It's either kind of looks like it could be Calgary, but I'm gonna say. Calgary's. I don't know because of the color scheme. I'm gonna say Calgary. I don't think that's
Calgary. Right. This was a tough one, and some of these are tough. That is.
I was saying Blackhawks. I was on the cusp of saying Chicago. Dang it, man. Okay,
that's a tough one. Hey, no cheating in the chat down there too.
No cheating in the chat.
See you guys.
I was gonna say that. Dang it.
We've got. All right, so Greg Wolf, you've got the next one. You're up 1-0.
Here we go.
We're gonna give you just this.
Oh, that is the eye of the. Oh my God, it's not the saber. Is that? I'm gonna say Buffalo. Sabres.
Schooley for the steal.
Is it the Mammoth?
No, the yellow.
Kraken.
No.
Where you at?
Where's the chat? Nobody knows.
All right, let's go. It is your Predator eye.
These are tough, man.
It's not easy. We don't make these games easy.
No, this is tough, man. Deal.
All right,
Schooley.
Back to Schooley here. Schooley, just a piece.
Buffalo.
Greg Wolf for the steal.
I'm trying to think the Western Conference. Who's got that color scheme?
You guys are bad.
I think I know.
I'm gonna say Senators, I guess.
Ottawa, yeah.
You got it. All right, let's do one more. Greg,
right.
You can ice this right here, but if not, we'll give
Jerry it's 2-0.
It's
This is
2-0.
worth
Yeah.
3 points.
True. We'll see if you can get the clean sweep here. Then
Okay.
one more.
Did Schooley get this one though?
Who did I start with last one?
You started with
No,
me.
this is Greg. This is Greg.
This
Yeah,
is me.
Greg.
This is. It's a puck. So is that part of the Flyers logo? No, because that's a P.
Oh, this one. This should be fresh.
I'm gonna go Avalanche.
Because he said, yeah, like, way to give it away, Shooter.
There's a lot of home games.
There's a lot of
It
home
should
games we
be
just had.
fresh.
I went with Avalanche.
We're gonna save. We'll
Win. 3-0.
with Tater here.
Sweet.
But, hey man, we really appreciate you. I have even a bigger appreciation for you because I've been lucky enough to go to a bunch of away games this season, and nobody else does it like you, the team at Lightning Vision. Like, I have a whole new appreciation. I think we are the best team, the best experience. You are a big part of that, man. We really appreciate you jumping on here, and I'm sure we'll see you around. Maybe at a outdoor hockey game sometime soon,
or a live show for the block party because it's coming up soon.
We'll see you at the block.
And real quick,
Yeah.
the crew is going to be back together again on the 20th because Sonia will be back on the 20th to sing
Finally.
the national anthem.
Yep.
So the whole crew will be back together on the 20th. So make sure
miss Sonia.
you.
That's for sure. We definitely
Yes.
miss her, and can't wait to have her back. That's for sure.
She
Right on.
crocheted me something, and she said it's going to be coming here in a couple days. So I can't wait to see what it is.
She's been working hard, man.
She was chirping.
Yeah.
She was chirping at our Twitter yesterday.
Nice.
All right, man. Well,
Thank
hey,
you, boys.
you get a little bit of a rest here because
Yeah.
we got a 5-game road trip.
I need a rest. That's for
so
sure. Like I
hopefully
said,
get a
I was
little bit
getting
of time up.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the next few days and just kind of get a little R&R and then be back at it on the.
Good, because we're
Go
gonna
get you some Applebee's.
Yeah, let's
we
go.
got a long, deep playoff run, brother.
Let's go,
I
boys.
feel it this season. We're coming back for that cup. So,
Awesome.
thanks again, man. We appreciate you. We will see you soon.
Thank you, boys. Have a good one.
All right,
Thank you, too, Greg.
everybody. That is Greg Wolf, and we're gonna shuffle in the next guest from Sticks of Fire. Hold on, Tate. Bear with me.
It's his first day.
I don't know if you know this, but Thomas Schooley just shows up, and I produce, host, make games. I do it all. I'm basically the Greg Wolf of this show.
Tell me what symbol this is from.
You sucked at that game, man. You really blew it at that game.
You know what's funny is because I just watched them do this on the socials who you took this from, and I got all of them correct.
You did?
Yeah, I knew the Avalanche one if Greg didn't get that one. And then after I knew that Sens one after a minute.
There he is. Tate, you get one of
Watching that game, I was sitting there like, oh, come on. The Nashville one I was sitting down in the back room there screaming Nashville, like trying to get somebody to say it.
Well, I got more, so I'll let you clean up on Schooley here because he sucks.
Hopefully, I'm not gonna lie, I missed the Avalanche one. That one, the puck on the bottom there, kind of threw me off. Once
The Avalanche,
once you said
I
a
got.
former team, I had it.
Honestly, I think it gets harder, guys. So,
I'm in. I'm ready. I love it.
but hey, man, how's it going? How are you enjoying your Tampa Bay Lightning this season?
Honestly, I came in with numbers, and I'm really excited for this show because I have been sitting on a lot of information stat wise for a long time. So it's weird. This is like a very, I don't want to say uncomfortable season for me because in the past couple of years, why I say it like that, we always look when we're coming into the deadline, we're always looking for that one piece, that one thing that we're needing. And I'm sitting here looking at the team this year, and I'm looking at, all right, what do we need to get rid of? Because we have a lot of talent, a lot of injured talent. And this is like finally the first season that I'm sitting here looking like we can kind of get some things in return. And I actually sent
We can
both
finally
of you guys,
have draft picks.
and I wrote down, so I came in, I have my little notebook here today, and I wrote down a bunch of numbers. So one of the players, and I sent it to you, both of you, privately in our little private chat here, but I do want to bring this up. And and I will go on record. I will say this. I will be the in front in line there. Darren Radish has been a player for me this year that obviously everyone is watching currently right now. He is on an unreal tear right now. And I think everyone here can agree with that he is playing some of the best hockey he's played in his career. And I split everything up between with Victor Hedman in the lineup and without Victor Hedman in the lineup, because he's basically been the replacement guy. Without Victor Hedman, we are 18-6-1 with Darren Radish at the top spot. From November 9th to December 5th, he went 12 games played, 2 goals, 13 assists, and 15 points at a +6. And then Hedman played for 3 games from 12-6 to 12-9, but then from 12-9 to 1-8, or 1-7 today, he's played 13 games, 9 goals, 9 assists, 18 points, and a +13 for a total of 18-6-1. With 25 games totally played, 11 goals, 22 assists, 33 points, and a +19. So that's the first thing that we look at immediately. That is, keep those numbers up. That's Vezina numbers, in my opinion. I don't think there's a lot of people that would disagree with me, or at least in the conversation of the Vezina.
Norris. He can't
Or
win.
excuse me, Norris. Thank you. Thank you.
That would be amazing if you won goal.
Yeah, really.
He's gonna get votes. Like the way that
he's got to,
now.
right?
And the crazy part is he didn't even start. He was a scratch at the beginning of the season. And my dumbass predicted last week in our bold predictions that he was going to get traded. And he's only played better since last week, which is insane. He was amazing last night. He was a star, but he didn't score a goal, I think. Yeah, he didn't score, but he was unbelievable last night. Yeah.
And that is something. And Shooter, I'm gonna join you on that train, and I'm gonna stay on that train with trading Darren Radish. And let me preface it with this fact: it is not because of Darren Radish in specific. It is the overload of talent that we have at defense right now. You've got guys.
With these guys coming back and getting re-injured, that's all we keep seeing this season is coming back and getting re-injured. I don't think you can take the chance of getting rid of one of them. I mean, you got the emergence of Destu, who is absolutely amazing, but something you would definitely be missing and probably ruin a great cohesion by getting rid of Radish. I think if you're going to get rid of them, you can't do it until the end of the season.
I want to stop real quick. How John Cooper this year is not already in the running for Jack Adams Award. Somebody needs to get investigated, just like the NHL Player Safety and Players Association needs to get investigated. I said that too.
I don't think people outside of us who, bleed blue understand like what's happened with this roster this season. So he's just
100%
get that respect. And I mean, we've been on the high end for sure, but other teams have also had a lot of more injuries than normal this year. But I mean, still, you talk about like these 4 coaches that have coached 1,000 games, and he hasn't won that trophy. Like, how does that happen? He's one of the greatest coaches in the NHL. Never coach of the year, though. It's wild.
Right.
By the way, if you were at the game last night and you got to see the tribute to Coop, go on the Lightning's website and watch it. There's actually more player interviews and other people interviews that they did not show inside the stadium. And it's really good. They have Mike Barbario on there. Like, yeah. And then they had some other coaches. They had so go online and look at the Tampa Bay Lightning's website. They actually have the longer video that they did not play. Mark Van Buren.
Yeah. I did not know that, so thank you. I'll have to check.
Yeah, there was a bunch more on there. I was unfortunate. I wasn't able to make it to the game last night, but I was at least able to go online and see all the tribute videos and stuff like that. So that was good. And to follow up on that, I mean John Cooper not having a Jack Adams for for what he's done, for the caliber of teams he had. We're not doing it in trading a lot of it. I mean, yeah, there are, a few big players here and there that we're bringing in, but it's all coaching, bringing it through the portal, or not the portal, the tunnels and stuff like that, and coming from the AHL, the QHJHL and stuff like that.
So many of the guys from when we kind of started this run back when Cooper started came up with him. Like a lot of people forget about that Norfolk Admirals team that won, what was it, 28 games in a row or something?
Something unreal.
That was Palat, that was Kucherov, that was
Johnson,
Tyler Johnson.
Tyler
That was all these guys that came up with him, and that changed the franchise. We weren't that great of a team back then. Right. I know 11 we made it to the conference finals, but we were kind of like this until 2015 when Cooper took over, started to bring his guys up. And, the crazy part is back in 2018, 2019, a lot of fans were calling to fire John Cooper. And this might be a good lesson for Bucks fans with Todd Bowles. I guess he'll be back next season. Sometimes you got to give the guy a little bit of a leash here, when things happen. And I mean, imagine if we lost John Cooper back in 18, 19, because he wasn't getting it done. We don't win two cups, I bet.
And I will say this before we kind of get too much farther. I talked about it on our show on the Black Bandana that at some point John Cooper's got to be on a hot seat for how slow this team started this year. I'll go on record and say I am dead wrong, and I will raise my hand, and I will raise my hand high, and I will say I was one of those people. I was not necessarily calling for Cooper's head, but definitely the question marks started to come up in my head of, we've got all of this talent, you keep moving things around, what are we doing, what's going on? And now we're having a generational run, 8 games straight. We've got 12 Olympians. Darren Radish is playing out of his mind. We've got this guy, I don't know if anybody's heard his name, is Destu. He's playing at a rookie level right now. He's playing numbers that we're going to be able to use. And we're doing it without Hedman, without McDonough, without Chernak for a temporary amount of time, without Lilleberg still. He's looking like not back until February now. Like, we're doing it without all of these players. And, you guys talked with Greg earlier, there's guys called Mitchell Chafee, Connor Geeky, Sam O'Reilly. I don't know if you guys just saw the huge Sam O'Reilly trade that he's doing down in the junior level. I mean, now everyone was like, oh no, the Lightning our time is coming to an end. We're starting to close our time that we're going to be in there. I think we're going to start reloading here and get ready to ramp back up again. I feel like we're just opening another window now with all of these guys. And I'm looking at all these numbers and all these contracts, and I'm like, okay, so this is what we got. This is a huge core of players. Now, what do we need? And I saw a question about it, and
let me pull it up.
I'll kind of lead into it here, and Steven put it in here. Is would you take Blake Coleman over Oliver Bjorkstrand now that trade talks are heating up within a few teams looking to offload? So I think almost everybody in here can agree that Bjorkstrand is definitely the player that I think everyone can circle on their board of just not fitting right now. For the hole that we're trying to put him in, that's a hole that is missing. And it's not necessarily Bjorkstrand. It is a top power play merchant is what we need. And I'm going to bring up his name, a Steven Stamkos replacement.
I thought you were going to say bring him back. I was like,
oh, no. But believe me, I am still on the, I am happy we moved on from him. Like, he don't get me wrong, finally starting to pick up in Nashville, but excuse me. But to bring back somebody that's going to take eyes away from Kucherov, from Radish, from Hedman, from all the guys that kind of push one way, that's what made our power play so dominant, because we were able to spread teams out so far. And now everything feels like it's really one-sided because Bjorkstrand is just not that. And Now, do I think it's Blake Coleman? To kind of answer the question, absolutely not, because that is not Blake Coleman's game in my opinion. Now we're looking at guys that, what are we gonna do? I'm gonna bring up a name. I'm not gonna say it is this name, but a player such as this, and it's gonna be Vladimir Tarasenko, a guy that we can put in the middle six to bottom six top power play guy that we can put over there. That's something that we're looking for, because the holes are starting to get filled very quickly, and the surgence of this line of Sorelli, Hagel, Kucherov has been phenomenal ever since that line got put together, and mixing then in Point, Gensel, and Gonsalves. That's your top six there. I think again everyone can agree. Gergensen, Pontus Holmberg, and Yanni Gord. That's your third line. That rivals the third line of old. Yep. And your fourth line then just turns into, let's just fill in holes here. So
yeah,
to try to
anything though, that's the line that they really try to shore up, because I don't know how much Tarasenko is making, but the problem with the trade deadline that we're going to run into is we still just don't have the room unless we move a contract. You know, you talk about Radish and having that high value right now, but Radish ain't making that much money. So you're going to have to 100% somebody with him. That's why I think if we do see anything, fourth line, maybe a center that is really good at faceoffs. Last night, the faceoff start was atrocious. I think we lost the first 12
in a row. Yeah.
But maybe someone like that. But I really think it's going to be a fourth line type of player, which to win a Stanley Cup, you got to have all four lines firing on all cylinders.
Look at Florida last year.
Schooley, you're quiet.
And
yeah, I was about to say, Schooley, got to have something for me.
York stand at 5.
Are you just got
to did we lose?
Hello?
There you go. Got you.
Can you hear me?
Back.
Yeah.
Hello?
Can you hear us?
Bjorkstrand, $5.4 million, but he's got a modified. Yeah. He's got a modified no trade clause.
Who does?
For
Bjorkstrand, $5.4 million.
You read way too much into these no trade clauses. Here's the thing. If your boss tells you, hey, I don't want you to work here anymore, are you going to stay there? Because that's essentially what they're saying is we want to trade you. It's an awkward situation.
You got to remember, that's where the icy came in with Stamkos and JBB, was when they asked him to waive his, and he said no. So you can read into them. Some players just are like, no. Modified, obviously, you give the 10 team that you're willing to be traded to. And if you can't get that worked out, $5.4 million for another team to take on, you're going to have to take that also back.
I like where your head's at with him being a trade option. But, I mean, you can't compare Stamkos, a guy who's spent his entire career here, number one pick, all-time franchise points leader.
By the way, the Cram did say over here, Glenn Hall passed away. Mr. Goalie, 502 straight starts. He passed away at age 94. The NHL announced it 20 minutes ago.
Well,
damn.
Breaking news. He will be missed. But anyway, yeah, I mean, I feel like more so than the last 2 or 3 years, we are in such a better spot with this team because the emergence of a lot of these guys on defense, like Stephanie said here, coming up, not even getting to that point where, you know, people say they start to get comfortable after 100 games, 200 games. And man, did our guy Radish prove that this year, because he hit one of those thresholds and wow, he has not turned back. And we'll see what happens with him. It would be a tough pill to swallow with him being so good. for them to actually trade him. But I think, Tate, you see where I'm coming from with that. It's like, if you're going to trade him, now's the time. And are you going to, they got to re-sign him. He's an unrestricted free agent at the end. That's why I said last week, like, listen, the trade might not come in the season at the trade deadline. The trade might be the day before free agency hits for his rights, and we might pick up a draft pick or something, but we'll see. I wouldn't be shocked if we get another extension for a defenseman, because he is the last one on the list right now.
Yeah, and definitely here and here's my thing that I want to bring up. So right now, under contract, even through, we'll just stop at 2028, 2029. You've got Victor Hedman, Ryan McDonough, Eric Chernak, JJ Moser, all under contract, including that's 2027, 2028. That's all you have immediately. Your top two lines, quote unquote, we'll just say it for now, your top two lines filled up 4 players. So then you're looking for what are the next holes you need to fill. And I'm looking at what we can get out of these players. I'm not necessarily, believe me, I would love to keep Radish. I think everyone and their mothers would love to keep Radish. I'm just looking at the rest of what we have age-wise and everything else. You can send Radish off, because Radish is 29 years old, starting to get crazy enough, starting to get up there compared to some of these other defensemen that we have. Is he a guy now that we can trade away, get a lot more out of? And then you're looking at guys like Maxwell Crozier, Charlie Destu, Declan Carlisle, Groshev, and Santini, and all of these guys that can play bottom defense line minutes. And we're not going to pay what we're going to pay guys like Radish, because if Radish keeps up what he's doing for the rest of this year, he's going to go make money somewhere else in the league. There's no way we're going to be able to pay his contract, because right now, and what a lot of people are saying within the media, within the NHL, is he's looking right now at a $5 million contract if he keeps playing these numbers this year, which I think is psychotic.
Some team's going to offer him 6 probably. I mean,
and we don't, as much as the cap is going up, we've got 4 guys that we've got our guys. We've got what we're going to have. And when you're looking then at 2028, 2029, when Radish would be then making that next step to our top line, he's 34, 35 years old. We've only got a couple more years. Well, look at Hedman and McDonough right now. Let's be real. Hedman's not at the top of his game anymore. At some point, the game's got to do this. And do we really want to wait that long for Radish when he can go get paid right now and can go play top line, top power play, top everything minutes for another team and make 10 times more than what we're going to pay him?
Yeah. Well, let me ask you guys this. In hindsight, it's always 2020, but was it a mistake to extend Hedman for so long when we did? And
absolutely,
was it a mistake to just extend McDonough just a month ago or 2 months ago?
I like the McDonough deal. I don't like the Hedman, and I didn't like the Chernak deal.
There's a lot. That's a lot. So, and I'm actually gonna go one step farther. I'm gonna bring up all 4 contracts right now, and I'm gonna rate them from best contract that's been signed on defense to worst contract. I think everyone can agree with best contract that and it was just recently signed. JJ Moser, number 1, $6.75 million a year. Are you freaking kidding me? That is amazing. I love it. Cap is going to keep going up. He's going to keep playing better at 25 years old. Are you kidding me? Heck yeah. Moving down on that list for me, Ryan McDonough. $4.1 million. You're keeping him, same thing, until 2028, 2029. You can't beat that for a guy that's still playing a lot of great hockey. These next 2 contracts for me is where you take a very big step down. Eric Chernak's contract is going to be my next contract that I love. And I still love this contract. And it's not, everyone is looking at numbers in the old numbers now. And that is a very big thing where a lot of people are going to lose, is the cap is going up $17 million over the next 3 years projected. So
Mine isn't
these
the money. Mine is the years. I mean, none of these guys. Chernak is one hit away from being a bowl of spaghetti, and Hedman is looking like an old age Chara, where he just stands around like a damn tree.
yeah,
And how do you give Hedman the same exact contract you gave him as an 18-year-old? There is no way you can explain why you give him the exact same contract you did as an
I know why.
18-year-old
I know why. Because
now.
you just let the franchise walk
Right.
away in free agency, and
Yes.
you had to do something. That's
Yes.
why.
if JBB didn't want his tire slashed, he had to keep one of the OG guys. I think that is going to be one of the bigger ones. Is he watched how everyone revolted when Steven Stamkos left, and he panicked and then signed Victor Hedman. Now again, let's see if Hedman's going to come back full time off.
I could care
Let's
less
see.
if it was a $900,000 contract. The money doesn't get me because for some way we always are able to squeeze everything in. That's never been something that I've really worried about is the cap hit. Mine is the length of these contracts. I mean, it's getting ridiculous. We just talked about it last week. You got to start getting ready, start spending money on number one. Vassie's going to be getting a new contract, but you also got to start looking at who's going to replace Vassie. We're getting close to him being like Ben Bishop status, where he's only got a couple more years left in him as this kind of goaltender. We know goaltenders are good for a little period and then they start back up. So, and you're going to have to start getting someone. And real quick, Greg brought up about Syracuse playing the same system. We got to give credit to Joel Bichard, who's the coach and GM up there in
100%.
Syracuse, who is definitely buying into this system that Coop has put in and teaching it up there. You see them doing good over in Syracuse, where we can just pluck these guys and put them right back into the system. And they get called up and they start their first game. They play immediately, and it doesn't look like they've lost a step. So kudos to the coaching staff there with Syracuse also.
Yeah, they're playing great.
They're playing phenomenal, and I want to follow up on that. Just one more thing, they lost. It's 8 front desk plus coaching staff people this year in Syracuse this year. So to have the rebound that they're doing, plus the players that are coming up and immediately playing at NHL caliber level play, that's another for me a tip of the nod that we're able to bring in all this next man up situation. They've been playing great, and I can't not bring that up and say, I mean, kudos Syracuse, because I mean, a lot of time I was calling us the Tampa Bay Crunch because it felt like we were playing so many Syracuse players, and to now be sitting at, I'm pretty sure, the top of the conference, at least the top of the Atlantic, if not the top of the conference, to be sitting where we're at right now. I mean, that from all the players, top line down to the Syracuse players that have come up and played, I mean, kudos to everybody. I mean, we're playing some great hockey right now.
Yeah, it's everything's going in the right direction, even with the adversity, even with the injuries. This team has showed that we've gotten better. I mean, do you guys think that we're a first round exit this year?
No.
After the year that we played Columbus in the first round, I try not to comment on that anymore because
True, we did pretty good in the regular season that year.
I thought we did pretty darn good in the regular season then. That's why I did it last year too, where I thought we hit a lot of the holes and then we ran into Florida, and man, it just sucks losing to Florida in the first round. And that's why I'm trying my best this year not to head down. Keep plugging away, keep getting 2 points, keep playing good hockey, and we'll worry about the playoff stuff when that time runs around.
Yeah, we've got ways to go.
The other reason I don't think we do any trades is this season is so crazy with the Olympic break. So we're gonna have, in the next couple of weeks, you're probably gonna see quite a few trades because on February 4th at 3 p.m. the roster freezes for the Olympics. So just like we went right before that Christmas freeze, we got to see some of those trades go in. I have a feeling you're going to see some of them. So it's going to be 3 p.m. February 4th, and then it unfreezes February 22nd at 11:59 p.m. So it's going to be, and then March 6th is the trade deadline. So there's some big names that are supposed to be on there. Apparently, I was just seeing Ryan O'Reilly and Steven Stamkos have both said no a trade to the New Jersey Devils. Is what I'm recently.
Speaking of a dumpster fire, New Jersey, Jesus.
Yeah.
By the way, Corey, Olympic break is like 2.5,
almost 3 weeks.
It's quick. They get a lot of hockey in a quick amount of time. So, and that's coming up basically right after the Stadium Series game here.
Shooter, the comment 2 below that one that you just pulled up there, that one. I don't think anybody is complaining, in my opinion. I'm not complaining. I still think out of everything where everything's at right now, I think we're in a great spot. And that's why, to me, the only contract that I'm questioning right now is the Victor Hedman one. But Victor Hedman can bounce back here, can get healthy, and then play some unreal hockey, and we can completely change it. Just like how everyone was like, Vasilevsky's having this major back surgery. It's the end of the world. We're going to lose Vasilevsky. He's playing pretty darn good, people. Don't know if you've watched him play very recently. His back looks pretty darn good because he's back on defense carrying the load again.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's skip the Olympics. We got plenty of time. We got a month till the Olympics starts. Let's skip talking about that. Let's play a game and get out of here because we got this game. You saw it. You know how it goes. Chat, be quiet. Actually, should we let the chat play? Should we let the chat in the rotation?
Well, the chat said that they did it. You told them to stop, and then when neither me or Greg got it, you were like, so what was it, chat? And they're like, you told us to shut up.
After they get it wrong, you can say it.
You know what? Remember, there's delayed.
In the chat. Let's let the chat play. We'll rotate between you guys in the chat, and I'm just going with the first answer that we see. So whoever's quick with their fingers,
I'm gonna go in and put the wrong answer on purpose in chat. Let me get my phone up real quick.
Well, no. I knew this game was gonna kind of be hard, so let's switch over. That's not what we wanted to do. Let's switch over to this and get started here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 more. I didn't realize we had so many.
Heck yeah.
I don't think we go back and forth. I think whoever knows it first, just shout it out.
All right, chat included. Let's start with this one. These are hard. I'm telling you. I think it gets harder. Man, nobody.
And these are original logos. Like these are current logos, not retro logos.
Next time, I guess I got to give you guys a bigger slice here.
This one's
truly cheating on his phone, looking at.
No.
Is it Vancouver?
Someone just put Canucks in that thing.
Vancouver Canucks is.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm out.
Schooley, take a guess.
That's no idea. Utah.
Utah.
Oh, it's definitely
Does that look like a mammoth tusk to you? All right, here's a hint. We're having our first, maybe our only watch party of the season.
Penguins.
Pittsburgh?
It is the glove on that stinky penguin. By the way, timeout, commercial for us. We will be live. Well, no, we're not going to be live. We'll be live in person. If you want to come watch the Lightning beat Pittsburgh, you can come out to the OCC. I will put the link to our Facebook thing in the chat. I think we're going to have a lot of people. Listen, our biggest watch party was what? We were over 60 one time at Cigar City.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to have more. Like if I know when you go to the RSVP thing, I think we're under 20, but I guarantee you we're going to have a lot of people there.
Well, I know some of those people are +1 and their kids, and
so that's next Tuesday at OCC, which is kind of like Clearwater, Largo. I'm telling you, I posted some pictures on We the Thunder.
Pinellas Park. Pinellas Park.
Pinellas Park, it's Largo, Clearwater. Technically, it's Clearwater address, but easy to get to. Right over the bridge if you're in Tampa. And if you have not been in this place, I'm telling you, it is awesome. Just to like walk around, they actually have a little museum there because it's Orange County Choppers, the show. I've never seen it, but it's a little motorcycle thing. This place,
I had to tell him what it was.
Yeah, this place also. I recognized the guy when I saw him in the picture, the guy with the gray mustache. I recognized that guy. But anyway, join us to see Pittsburgh, and I'll put that in the chat once I pull up the next one here.
I just realized that is like a lot. That was a crazy one to try to figure out.
And I'm not making these easy, bro. And by the way, I will have my buzzer, and we will have during intermission head-to-head NCAA tournament bracket style with the buzzer trivia, and we will have we'll have a gift package for people that win. I have to word this carefully. Somebody will have the opportunity, the person that wins, to buy Lightning tickets from us at a discounted price, a very discounted price. I've got some other stuff. One of the things I'm going to throw in there is actually the t-shirt that they gave away last night, the goal getter. I had an extra one of those, so I'll have that in there. I'm going to throw in one of these. So if you missed one of these last season, this is the Amalie Arena coaster, still in the wrapper, and we've got some other stuff too. That's going to be for the winner. And then the final 4 people, Thomas, flex that shirt. The final 4 is going to get a Freeze the Bay shirt. So definitely join us next Tuesday if you can to watch some hockey. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. All right. Commercial time over. Next up, we've got, I'm telling you, these get harder. This one's easy though. This one's easy. First to say it.
Ducks.
Not the Ducks.
Oh.
It's Dallas.
You got it, man. There you go. That is the Dallas Star right in the middle.
I was like, wait, I wanted to say Anaheim so fast too, but I'm like, no, it's not. It's the other D team.
Yeah.
You guys are going to kill me for this one. This might
Jesus. This is the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Wow. How did you get that?
So my family's from Columbus, so I knew the Ohio flag.
There you go. That's the circle on the flag there. Do they call that something? I thought.
I have no idea. My family's from there. I'm not from there.
There you go. Nice one, man. What we got another one here. This one's interesting. I know it's kind of tough to see. 4 orange stripes. Chat, you're in this. Let me catch up on my chat here. Stephanie, nice one. I don't know if you said that before.
Is that the Islanders?
I think you got it before you. That one's going to the chat.
All right.
I love how my chat covers Thomas right now. Sorry, Thomas. That is indeed.
Where is that at? Is that the hockey stick?
That's
right,
the hockey stick. Yeah.
Represents
it's
I was thinking of orange. I'm like, it can't be Edmonton because it's too dark of an orange. I'm like, the only other one it could be is the Islanders.
Yeah, another one that's got a puck in the logo there. All right, let's keep it moving here. We've got the next one, and there it is.
Minnesota.
Second
Minnesota.
Answer, you got it.
I said Nashville. It's Minnesota.
The Minnesota Wild. They got
I was getting there. I knew exactly what I wanted to say.
Yeah, you see
that goes back to their Northern Stars roots.
Yep. All right, nice job. We got a couple more here. This is an easy one. Easy.
What?
Easy. Come on.
Yeah, needs it.
Come on, Mishi. You're getting. I see you there. You're getting most of them right. Get on this one. got it. She got it.
He says cannot.
Oh, wait, I gave you the wrong sound effect. Boom. All right, there you go.
Oh, it's the mouth.
the mouth of the
It's
whale.
the mouth. Ugh.
There you go. Nice job in the chat for the win. All right, we've got a few more here. Next up, an I. First up, whoever says it.
Sharks.
Florida?
You guys are making the chat look good. Come on, Mishi. I know
Mighty
you.
Ducks. Mighty Ducks.
You got it. They're not called the Mighty Ducks anymore, though.
Oh, yeah.
They lost their.
Oh,
Mighty
I
Ducks.
forgot that they changed back over to this logo.
I
I still
like
think of
the
I
old
still think of the D logo.
I don't like that. I don't like the D logo, and I like this logo. I don't
like it
the
too, but
colors.
I don't know. Going back to this logo, I don't consider it the real logo still.
All right, ready for another one? It's another eyeball. A lot of eyes in the NHL.
That's Florida.
You got it, man. Tate, you know the Panthers really well. That's
Sorry, I want to say a lot of words right now, but I'm not gonna. It's not my show. I'm not gonna.
All right, we got
say those
4
words.
more. This is a tough one.
San Jose.
Oh wow! How'd you know that?
That's the stick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was gonna be a tough one.
That's the tape of the stick.
So
I'm over here reading a text message. Michelle Mishi says there's such a delay.
Yeah, true. There's a
from
delay
that
for you
man.
guys. Sorry, I can't fix that. All right, I actually only have 2 more left, and these by far I think are the 2 toughest because I believe I put the 2 toughest at the end here. Let's see if you guys can get them.
What?
I should stop playing that. We're gonna get flagged. Trebek's gonna get us from the grave. This is a tough one. I should have gave you more, but I think if I gave you anything else on this logo, you would have get it right away. Schooley's looking through all the logos right now.
Is it
I'm talking.
LA?
Schooley said Rangers.
Yeah. Toronto? Toronto?
Jason says, is it a butt?
Yeah.
Toronto?
It's not.
Toronto. It's the Leafs.
Oh.
I would have never knew that this was there right at the
Yeah,
bottom.
bottom.
I was gonna keep these, like, at least one of these branches on there, but I think you guys would have got that right.
If you would have done the branch, it might have taken me a second, but I would have
And
probably.
isn't their
gotten it.
logo the white one now? Or is that
No,
is
it's
it the
still
blue one?
it's still the blue. It's still the blue one.
All right, last one, by far the most difficult one. If you get this one, mad kudos to you.
Rangers.
Oh.
It's worth a shot. Canucks. No, Canadians.
U.S.
I'm just
based.
guessing.
I'll give you guys hints. I should add a little more. This is really tough. U.S. based team, Eastern Conference.
Flyers. Capitals.
Oh, it's the Hurricanes. It's Carolina.
I don't see anyone in the chat getting it either. We'll give it one more minute.
Detroit. Detroit.
Frosty says Sens. It's not the Sens.
Is it Buffalo?
Yes, sir.
The top side of the buffalo and one of the swords? Maybe?
It's
it
these
the saber?
little. I don't know.
Oh,
what
the
these
little
represent.
freaking Nick. That's crazy.
I don't know what they represent. I almost left like a tail or a little hoof there, but
When you said Eastern team, I was going through all the colors, and I'm like,
By the way, he stole this game from someone that I'm trying to get him to get on the show, but that we just can't coordinate a time that's for both of us.
I'm just stealing all of their games for now.
Yeah.
So let me get this the heck out of the way. But actually, quick announcement. Next week, I have another game. Don't worry. And we've got a fan joining the show. I'm really interested to see how this goes. I think it's going to be really interesting. I'll spill the beans right now. If you are on Twitter, there is a Lightning fan that goes by Baby Bella. And believe it or not, Baby Bella She posts some thirst traps. I'm not gonna lie. She posts some thirst traps.
Right. You got your couch ready to be sleeping on?
Yes. But she does know her hockey. So we're going to give her a chance to come on here, see if she can beat Schooley in a shooter game and, talk hockey. That's, we let everyone, we bring on Greg Wolf. We bring on Greg Wisniewski. I mean, any Greg can get on the show. But
your name's Greg. You're here.
Yeah, we want to give her a shot here. So next week, tune in and meet Bella. And if you're on X, you probably have seen her tweet before. So I'm excited to see what she can bring to the table here. What else, boys? Should we wrap this sucker up?
Yes.
So I one thing that I like to do going into the end of our show is I always try to find a couple of points for the next week, kind of looking forward. So I always try to bring 3 points to the table. And I kind of came with a couple more Olympic side, but I'm going to change them to kind of go to the Lightning here, kind of going into the end here. First point for me is going to be, can we keep up the power play and how it's looked in the very recent games? It's finally looked like it's starting to click a lot more, especially against the Avalanche game. The first power play that we had, phenomenal in my opinion. And then it's going to be just continuing the middle third of the game for me, because that's where, if we are controlling the middle third of the ice, especially for us, it's man, we just play so much better when I feel like we play our game, not playing to other teams. And then finally for me, it's something we've watched for the entirety of John Cooper's career, is second period. We've started to play very well in the second period. Can we continue playing well in the second period? And at the end of the day, we got to put pucks in the back of the net. But those are kind of my 3+1, I guess. But couple of my points there. We got obviously a very long road trip here, 8 games straight. I mean, inevitably you got to drop them at some point. You got to drop points somewhere. But if we can continue to dominate here like we have been recently, I don't think we don't have to worry about stopping this win streak anytime soon.
Yeah. Well, to your point about the power play, up to 15 now. So we were bottom 5 for a little bit. It was
we were 32nd at one point at the beginning of the season. We were last at like 2%.
So let me ask you guys this. We've got 5 games on the road. Then we come back for the San Jose game. By the way, if you're going to come out on Tuesday, the San Jose game is up for grabs. So if you can win our trivia, which will be way easier than the game we just played,
that Buffalo one sucked.
You'll get tickets to, or you'll be able to purchase tickets from us for the Sharks game on the 20th of January here. So 5 games on the road. I don't know if we're going to win all 5 games. I'm going to assume we're probably going to drop one of them. You guys tell me which one of these games is going to end the streak. So let's go game by game. Saturday, this is the next game. We got Philly and Philly. You guys think we're going to lose that game?
No.
I don't see a world that we drop either of these 2 Philly games.
But they are on Phillies on their way up. I mean, they've got a lot of stuff like we have, where they were down and out, and now they've been getting better, and they seem to now be doing good as a team. So, it's going to be a tough one, a lot tougher than usual.
Yeah. So Saturday, you guys are on the board. We're going to win. What about we play them back to back? We play them again on Monday. Do we beat them twice, or does the streak end at 9?
I think our streak ends potentially here, and I will put this. Schooley kind of started talking on the fact they're on the up and up. I feel like they could sneak one out on us, because I think in this game we are gonna play JoJo, and I think we drop it here, because I think we're gonna want Vasi against Pittsburgh the next day on Tuesday.
I think if Vasi does good on Saturday, he plays both Philly games, and then JoJo against
starts Tuesday.
Pittsburgh. Yeah.
That's cool. You think they beat Philly in both those back.
Yeah, I don't think we lose a game until St. Louis. I think St.
Okay.
Louis might be the one that we lose.
So you've got us getting to where we're at 8, 9, 10, 11 game streak. Then we go to St. Louis next Friday night, and that is snapped in St. Louis.
Yeah, St. Louis or Dallas, I think, beats us.
I am gonna if I will go with Schooley's thinking, if Vasi plays both games against Philly, we drop it against Pittsburgh. And somebody said it in the chat earlier. Dan Whitford said it. Pittsburgh always plays us tough. That's just a game that I always feel like it's always Pittsburgh that just plays us just tough. And if JoJo is starting, Sidney Crosby goes off for 3 points, 2 goals and an assist, and just murders us.
As long as there's no weird
Crosby
hand pass, it's called in that game. I don't know if you guys remember a couple months ago, Pittsburgh in town, Brandon Hagel hand pass takes off the game tying goal.
Sidney Crosby usually isn't that dangerous against us. When you I think these lines are going to shut them down, and you've been putting these Gord lines against these top lines. I don't think with the agent of the Penguins, they're slipping. Their fans are ready to boo them all out. They're ready for a whole new team to begin with.
Yeah.
Carlson's on the trade block, so.
And right now they have a 3-game break, and they will not have a 3-game break until they break for the Olympics. So we got a lot of hockey coming up here.
We got a lot of damn hockey. I will say I don't know if there'll be a show in between this game, which there will be. But I do want to circle this game on the calendar. It's the last game on the road trip. It's Sunday, January 18th against Dallas, 2 p.m. on NHL Network. That is a game that I'm looking forward to, and I like how our schedule goes a lot of the time, and I do this with almost every season. I always circle the playoff caliber teams. These are the games that I want to watch. How do we play against playoff caliber teams? Dallas is up there this year. We just did it against Colorado. We looked great. Do we continue that stretch against another top playoff caliber team in Dallas? That's going to be another one that I want to watch.
And that is the Bolts away trip where the fans went on that trip. So that's going to be the one where a whole bunch of fans fly out to that game. They did Washington last year. This year it's Dallas. So that is going to be the game where all the Lightning fans that paid, they had like 3 different options. Option 1, 2, or 3. So they are going to be at that game. So there will be a lot of Lightning fans in attendance for that, because I know when I looked into it, option 1 and option 2 were already sold out.
Poor Schooley's going to have to watch from Little Caesars.
Yeah. Listen, if option 1 would have been available, Dallas was a fun trip. I like Dallas. But it wasn't available, and like option 1 and option 2 was like drinks and different things. Option 3 was just a seat in 300s.
Schooley don't sit in those 300s.
Yes, I do. Away games I don't. Away games I don't think I have.
All right, well, let's get out of here. Again, I just put in the chat. If you can let us know on Facebook if you're going to be there, that will help us get a good idea. But I think we're going to fill up that whole inside area pretty easily. Join us, OCC, 7 p.m. For the Pittsburgh game. We'll be there probably around 6:30. They've got all kinds of specials. If you go to that link, you can see all the specials, drink specials.
Unlimited pasta. Pasta.
All you can eat pasta. Schooley's just going to be at the table watching the game, eating his pasta up. We need
to have a Schooley cam.
And no, I'm not bringing the cameras. I know we've done that in the past. Last year at Tampa Joe's, no camera. If we do another one there, I'll maybe set up the camera. But you got to come join us for this one. I'm going to be too busy getting this trivia thing set up and talking to you guys. So come join us, and then we will be back next Wednesday night. And that goes for the rest of the month, really. Wednesday nights are open. There's no games for the Bolts on Wednesday nights, so you can find us on Wednesdays. Join us next week for an interesting Twitter fan, Baby Bella. Thomas is excited about this one.
Your
anything
wife is stoked.
Hey, you got anything else for the people?
Let's keep winning. I don't like losing. I didn't like how the beginning of this season started. Let's keep winning. Let's see how we go. And I will, Shooter, me and you have to get together because we have to talk about a lot of Olympic stuff.
Yeah, we might have to get you back on before that starts. We're still trying to figure out our Olympic plans here, but it'll be here in a couple weeks. Got to figure out something.
I'm excited. I am really excited. Actually, I have a lot of I did a lot of projected lines and stuff like that for USA team and stuff like that. And before we go, I'll just throw this little tidbit in there just for people. Cirelli deserves to be in over Sam Bennett, and I stand on that hill. That's all I want to say. Cirelli over Sam Bennett. There's no Cooper weight in there. It's always Cirelli over Bennett.
Say
And I'm proud to be an American.
We're so getting flagged this episode.
Oh, 100%.
I disagree. I don't see how you don't take the Selke, two-time Selke award winner, and a player like Bennett if you're trying to win a gold medal. That's not somebody you leave off the list. I would have put Cirelli as the injure backup, not Bennett. And I can't stand the Panthers, but if you're trying to win a gold medal, you're trying to take the best players. Just like I think Team USA.
Isn't Barkov the Selke? Not Sam Bennett. Isn't Barkov wins the Selke? Sam Bennett's not. It's Barkov is a Selke winner.
Wasn't it?
It's Alexander Barkov.
Because that team's gonna lose.
Well,
it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. The USA team's not perfect either. I know we were going to go through it today, but we'll save that for another time.
it was Barkov, Dan. You were right. But I still don't think you can.
It's still up there.
You
For
can't
sure.
leave Bennett off.
Well, hopefully we'll see you guys all out on next Tuesday night. OCC Roadhouse, awesome place. Just go to come check out this place, if anything. And, of course, stay for the Lightning and stay to watch Thomas Schooley stuff his face with all-you-can-eat pasta. Woo! This has been We the Thunder. Don't forget to be the Thunder. We'll see you next week.
What is going on?
Let's try that again.
That's it?
That's it.
Yo, welcome to the Ice Palace. Welcome to the Ice Palace. That Ice Palace, Ice Palace. Ice Palace, Bill's house.
Tampa, stand up.
Yo, welcome to the Ice Palace, chilling where the storm's at. Phil dropped the blueprint, boom. Now the Bulls flash. Bradley with the wrist shot, Pooper with the pad smash. Tampa got the thunder, better run when the lights crash.
Hey, Ice Palace, yeah, we keep it all